Alright, welcome back to the Deathmatch World Cup 5, guys. We got FreakinAndy once again here in the group stages, up against Skullkid this time on Byzantines. FreakinAndy on his Magyars. So FreakinAndy's already taken ahead in this tournament. Skullkid, I think this is his first series for the tournament. So he's gone for some really early castles here, but this is going to slow down his production quite a bit. He does have that initial stables with a second on the way. Does well to save his villagers. But Andy, because he's gone with so much more initial production, I think he's going to really have a huge advantage here because these castles are going to take quite a while to finish. And if Andy decides to push quickly, and I think he will, streaming some paladins across now, he should be able to at least slow this down significantly. His own camels should be able to trade well with the paladins. Actually, sorry, that's Skullkid's camels. They'll be able to trade well with the paladins, but here we got some HCAs going to be able to harass Vils. The first castle does go up. Skullkid, he's going to be able to defend from here briefly, I think. Sorry to be doubtful of him already. And he's going to get a good number of camels up, but there is HCAs coming in to fight them by FreakinAndy. Some good micro. So Skullkid, bring back his camels. Doesn't want to overextend and lose everything for free and try and sort of turtle up through this. FreakinAndy is going to be able to take a lot of map control through all this. He's already up to 3 town centers and he's got his market, so he can really shuffle resources as he pleases. Skullkid even going for some rear map base building, which is nice to see. But the villager is going to get picked off here by FreakinAndy, I think. So, FreakinAndy up to 130 pop, 25 Vils. Skullkid, 80 pop, 12 Vils. But Skullkid's creeping forward with some castles around the Skull because he's probably going to look at throwing up his town centers and his market, his mills over here in the back. So yeah, we've got a couple of town centers and a market going up. A town center, market, castle, and a siege workshop. Sorry. Being Byzantines. Let's have these artifacts which are like a nice splash damage knight. Well, they've also got really cheap trash to throw away behind this. It's a nice split there from FreakinAndy. Not looking to lose anything with the Onagers early on, picking them both off. Trebs. Chipping away at the castle there. So behind all this, Andy's got stacks of town centers. He's already up to 10 by now. Really booming. You just know Skullkid, while he's played really defensively and lost very little for the less experienced player in the matchup, he's still sort of essentially sealing his own fate with the fact that he's barely going to be able to hold on to these gold mines, and he's not going to be really able to pressure FreakinAndy until he's pretty much already set up beyond the point of a small raid not really going to be of any significant consequence. That patrol. So he probably needs to look at mounting some raiding pressure I mean, FreakinAndy does have some castles up in some good spots here, but at the same time, you can sneak around the back here. Or even cut through the back of the map. Ram streaming forward just to try and tank. Because they basically jump pop for now, but if they do get on top of the trebs, they can actually kill them quite quickly, and Skullkid can just engage the army, I think. Because the Rams actually deal quite good damage. You don't even need the bombard cannons to focus them, you can have them focusing the HDAs. I think even though Skullkid, he can definitely mount a bigger army and fight here. He's at a pretty healthy 100 army pop right now. FreakinAndy 80 eco pop behind all this. He's still at 80 army pop, so he's doing well to maintain an army despite the heavy losses so far. And now that he's chipped away at a lot of these front castles of the base of Skullkid, I think he's even taken out his starting town center now. Skullkid is a little bit do or die at the moment, because even though he's only, even though he is a little bit ahead in terms of the score, I think it's only because he's slightly more up in terms of his bank and his army size at the moment. He's still only on 34 eco pop at the moment, and he's only just now re-securing a lot of this part of the map. Even, oh, FreakinAndy's even stolen this relic over here. And he can set up to side build and pinch this gold mine. He's going to pinch this other gold mine over here. He's already got the castle as well. Unfortunate for Skullkid. So the HCAs have to be careful to not stay in range of the bombards or eat too many attacks from the cataphracts, because they will take some pretty hefty splash damage. Skullkid knows just how dire it is for him to get some of this gold that's a little bit less safe. He's going to start running out of safer gold at home, and he's got to expand his eco behind this a little bit to keep up with the pace that FreakinAndy can play it here. He can afford to throw away units. And Skullkid, now that he's falling behind on resources in the bank, he's also going to start falling behind on score, and now he doesn't really have the eco pop to actually catch up to Andy in this regard. Oh, that's nice for Skullkid. At least he's picked off the trebs there. He needs to have more bombards or a lot of scorps to try and take out these HCAs. So now FreakinAndy, look at pushing from here. A lot of garrisons here, and this is again really locking up that eco for Skullkid, who right now is low on gold, and he's going to have to dump a lot of this wood into his gold in order to really be able to sustain here, because he's down to 60 pop, 44 eco pop compared to 116 now for Andy, who's really boomed up economically behind this. He wants to get all the wood and all the gold that he can, do a bit of farming but as well behind this. Actually transition to a lot of farmers. I think FreakinAndy may have broken him here. GG is called. It's game number 1, guys.